Welcome back to Entertainment on Point. I'm your host, Hannah Bazet.
And I'm your host, Miss Alexis. From new movies to celebrity divorces and music award shows, we have quite the show for you. But first, let's kick it off with this week's top stories.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. The trailer for the brand new Barbie movie starring Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling was released earlier this week. The trailer is just under 2 minutes long and features several of the iconic Barbie features we all know and love. From the iconic Barbie foot that doesn't bend, all pink everything, and even Ken and Barbie's iconic "Hi Barbie, hi Ken," the movie seemed to do a great job at honoring everything we know and love about Barbie. Fans have been so excited about this movie ever since it was announced that Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling were cast as Barbie and Ken. The movie is also directed by Greta Gerwig, who has directed many classics we know, like 2019's Little Women and 2017's Lady Bird. The movie is set to release in theaters on July 21st, and although it's centered around a children's toy, there are also plenty of adult elements seen throughout the trailer that make it seem like a great movie for adults too. In the trailer, there is a scene between Barbie and Ken where Ken says he wants to stay over and Barbie stares at him and says, "To do what?" Ken pauses, looks at her, and then goes, "I'm actually not sure." Another scene shows Ken being in a bit of an altercation with another male doll, and they keep referring to each other as beaches as opposed to the B-word profanity. Finally, the movie takes place in Barbie Land, which in the opening scene of the trailer is shown to exist inside of a heart with an all-pink border around it. The plot of the movie is still unknown, however, there are a few action scenes shown towards the end of the trailer that could imply that Barbie and Ken may end up in some trouble. The description of the trailer reads, quote, "To live in Barbie Land is to be a perfect being in a perfect place, unless you have a full-on existential crisis or you're a Ken," end quote. The movie is set to release in theaters on July 21st, and I cannot wait to see it. Hopefully, as we get closer to the release date, we find out more about this gorgelicious movie. So what do you think about the trailer? I know we were both Barbie fans and we were both Barbie girls growing up. So what did you think of the trailer?
I definitely was excited, especially a movie, like a childhood movie, and now it's becoming for adults. I feel like the graphics are really good, like the trailer. Yeah. And I even seen Issa Rae in there, so I'm super excited. What about you?
Yeah, I really, really liked the trailer. I thought it was really well put together. I mean, obviously we don't know much about the plot, but it was still very interesting to watch, and it seems like they just did a really great job. And my favorite scene of the whole trailer was the Barbie foot when she steps out of the heel and her foot's still like it's in the heel like a real Barbie. Yeah. That was really cute. It seems like they did a really good job paying attention to detail, and I'm really excited to see the movie.
Me too. Barbie Ferreira, who plays Kat in Euphoria, explains her departure from the Emmy-winning show. Ferreira announced last August that she will be moving on from Euphoria and will no longer star as Kat Hernandez. There have been rumors that Ferreira left the show because she clashed with Euphoria creator Sam Levinson during season 2 about her character. And there was another rumor that Ferreira walked off set during a fight with Levinson. Ferreira said, quote, "I actually did not walk off set. I did sprain my ankle once and had to go get an x-ray. Maybe that's what they mean," end quote. On the Armchair Expert podcast with Dax Shepard, she clarified that her departure from the show for its upcoming 3rd season was mutual. Ferreira said, quote, "I don't think there was a place for Kat to go. I think there were places she could have gone. I just don't think it would have fit into the show. I don't know if it was going to do her justice, and I think both parties knew that. I really wanted to be able to not be the fat best friend. I don't want to play that, and I think they didn't want that either," end quote. Ferrer also mentioned that filming a season of Euphoria takes around 9 months, which limits her to work on anything else. It did not make sense for her to commit to nearly a year of filming where Ferrera's interest in being in it at all decreased. Ferrer said, quote, "Sam writes for things that he relates to. I don't think he relates to Kat. I like Kat, so I get to go on my own path. At first, I was like, oh my God, I'm a flop, I'm a loser. It really has been a good thing. It obviously hurts because I love Kat and she was so important to me and a lot of people." End quote. Euphoria Season 3 is set to go into production this year for its return to HBO in 2024. So, how do you feel about Kat character being removed from Euphoria?
Personally, it doesn't really make much of a difference to me. I was never a really big Kat fan, and I didn't really care for her storyline. But I could understand why other people might be upset by it. She really was the only plus size representation in the show. So to lose that, obviously you're losing representation. But then
also viewers who
identify with her. But I also feel like it's also, I don't know, I feel like even though she was one of the only plus size characters, I also feel like they did kind of a crappy job with her storyline because they made her literally, like she said, the fat best friend. There wasn't really, I feel like they didn't give her any depth or anything. So I don't know, I'm not that upset she's going. What about you?
I definitely understand where you said she was a representation for plus size females. And also I definitely feel like her character was sidelined a bit. It was mainly on Rue and the other characters, but hopefully Euphoria gets to make it up.
Yeah. We're officially one letter closer to knowing the name of Khloe Kardashian's son. Khloe guest starred on the Jennifer Hudson show, where she told host Jennifer Hudson that her son's name begins with a T, just like her daughter's, True. During the past couple of Kardashian pregnancies, it hasn't been uncommon for them to hide the names of their babies. The most recent name announced was Kylie Jenner's son, who was named Ari, and they didn't announce it until almost a year after his birth. Hudson asked Kardashian on her show if the baby had been named yet, seemingly poking fun at Khloe's sister Kylie, who had waited months to name her baby after the original name Wolf was said to not suit him. Khloe said, quote, "Yes, he's named, but I haven't announced it yet. He was delivered via surrogate, or the stork, as I like to say, and at first I did not know what I was going to name him. I wanted to meet him and feel him out for a little bit, and so at first he didn't have a name." End quote. When asked why she hasn't shared the name of her baby yet, Khloe said, quote, "He's been named, but I've been waiting for the premiere of our show, and I didn't know it was going to be this far out. So now I'm just like, if my daughter outs me, I'm screwed." End quote. Finally, when asked for a clue on the name, Khloe said, "It will start with a T." This is Khloe's second child with NBA player Tristan Thompson, and it hasn't been smooth sailing for the couple over the past few years. They have been on again, off again, and throughout the duration, Tristan has cheated on her numerous times and gotten other women pregnant. Well, EO peeps, we'll have to wait until the new season of The Kardashians premieres on Hulu to find out what the name. What do you think it is? So I'm going to ask that question to you too. What do you think that this baby's name is?
I don't know. I feel like it would probably be Toronto. Who knows? Because you have Chicago and then Psalm and now Ari. What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like Khloe's going to be petty again. I mean, obviously she named True because he was being untrue to her. So I don't know if maybe she named the son Trust, or I don't know.
She can't trust him no more.
Yeah, she can't trust him. Or I saw this funny tweet that someone said she was going to name her son Trauma because he's caused her trauma. So I don't know. I don't even know. But I think it's going to be a normal name. I don't think it's going to be some weird word. I think it's going to be Tristan Jr. or
probably Timothy.
Yeah, Timothy, Terry, something like
that. Yeah, Terry.
I don't think it's going to be some weird outlandish name that no one's ever thought of before.
Do you think, well, I don't know. Do you think it's the Kardashians, it's getting overwhelmed with them keeping the names of their babies?
Yeah, but I've also noticed I feel well, I guess I'm kind of wrong because, Kim's boys kind of have weird names. But I feel for the most part, the boys in the family seem to make it out okay. You have Mason, I guess like Psalm and Saint, so they do kind of have like weirder names, Airy. But I feel like generally like they have like strong connotations behind their names, and the girls are just named like Chicago, North, like there's like really nothing to them.
South.
Yeah, like there's nothing there. So I really don't know, but I do think it's going to be a normal name. I don't think it's going to be weird.
We'll have to find out. After 12 years of marriage, Reese Witherspoon officially files for divorce with Jim Toth. The two announced their split in a joint statement on their social media on March 24th, 2 days before their wedding anniversary. The statement said, quote, "We have some personal news to share. It is with a great deal of care and consideration that we have made the difficult decision to divorce. We have enjoyed so many wonderful years together and are moving forward with deep love, kindness, and mutual respect for everything we have created together. Our biggest priority is our son and our entire family as we navigate this next chapter. These matters are never easy and are extremely personal. We truly appreciate everyone's respect for our family's privacy at this time." End quote. According to court documents obtained by People, Witherspoon listed irreconcilable differences as the reason for their divorce. The document also states that she and Jim wish to share joint custody of their son and will submit a parenting plan to the judge for approval. A source told People that the two, quote, "really are the best of friends. This is such an amicable decision. They are so committed to co-parenting together. They are invested in their whole family and making this as smooth as possible for everyone." End quote. Reese was previously married to Ryan Felipe and shared daughter Ava Elizabeth, 23, and son Deacon Reese, 19. So after 12 years of marriage, like, how would you feel, like, just to come to a divorce?
I don't know, it's horrible. I certainly hope it never happens to me.
Yeah, me either.
yeah, hopefully that's something we both avoid, but I don't know. I mean, obviously it sounds like it was a pretty split decision. It's just kind of sad to hear that they're like still super close friends. It just kind of sounds like they like fell out of love with each other, and obviously we don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
And they're probably like doing their own thing and don't have time for each other.
Yeah, but I think it's great that they're still co-parenting well together.
And they want joint custody of their son, so that's really good. It shows progress.
They clearly care about each other still, so it's really sad, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
I heard a rumor that she's talking to Tom Brady.
Oh, really?
So who knows?
Oh my goodness. We're going to go for a quick break, but when we come back, our first reporter, Cade Montgomery, will be telling us all about the Jersey Shore.
Regular physical activity is one of the most important things you can do for your health. The benefits of physical activity include brain health, weight management, reducing disease, strengthening your bones and muscles, and improving your ability to do everyday activities. So, it's time to get up and be active.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Thanks for hearing me out, bro.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Welcome back to EOP. Some of our favorite Jersey Shore girls, Snooki, JWoww, and Sammy Sweetheart, have been up to quite a bit recently. Our first reporter, Cade Montgomery, has the scoop on what they've been up to. Cade?
Thanks, Miss Alexis. Is the Jersey Shore spinoff Snooki and JWoww returning for a reboot this summer? Unfortunately, it is not. Nicole Polizzi and Jenny Farley, more commonly known by their nicknames Snooki and JWoww respectively, are both main cast members from the hit reality TV show Jersey Shore, which aired on MTV from 2009 to 2012, and the sequel series Jersey Shore Family Vacation, which began airing in 2018. Since the first season of the original series, the pair became inseparable, as well as becoming fan favorites, and were even given their own spin-off series, Snooki and JWoww, which aired on MTV for 4 seasons from 2012 to 2015. On this past Saturday, April 1st, the two both took to their Instagrams to announce that their spin-off show would be rebooted and will return to MTV this summer. Many fans and other Jersey Shore cast members were quick to congratulate them in the comments, but others realized that this may not be true. Some users pointed out that MTV press release they posted announcing the reboot looked fake, and also pointed out that April 1st is April Fool's Day, and that it was most likely a prank. Turns out that the announcement was just a prank, as the last MTV official press release was published in January 2023, and Snooki and JWoww's announcement was clearly edited. But don't be too disappointed, because it's not all bad news down at the shore. Sammy Giancola, more commonly known as Sammy Sweetheart, announced via social media on March 12th that she would be returning to the reality TV scene and joining the cast of the Jersey Shore Family Vacation after over 10 years of not being on reality TV. Sammy was the only cast member of the original series that was not a part of the sequel series initially, as she decided to focus on herself and, quote, avoid potentially toxic situations, end quote. Many fans, myself included, are super excited to see Sammy on our screens again with the rest of the Jersey Shore gang soon. It's not yet known when she'll be returning to the show exactly, but you'll just have to tune into Jersey Shore Family Vacation on MTV Thursdays at 8 p.m. to find out more. Now back to Hannah at the desk.
Thanks, Cade. They don't call it April Fools for nothing. Next, we have Natalia Hillen here to talk about what film just wrapped up shooting. Nat?
Thanks, Hannah. Didn't get enough of Joker in the 2019 movie? Well, aren't you lucky? Because since December of 2022, they have been filming Joker Folie à Deux, the musical sequel. According to Yahoo Entertainment, quote, after its release in 2019, the first Joker film grossed more than $1 billion at the global office, while earning stellar critical reviews and 11 Oscar nominations, including one for Best Picture. This sequel will be following the story of Joker in Arkham State Hospital, with his first time meeting Harley Quinn and their tangled-up romance. And director Todd Phillips just confirmed that they have officially wrapped up shooting the movie in New York City. Phillips posted the first set of official pictures on Instagram, which included Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn and Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, and captioned it, quote, that's a wrap. Thanks to these two, plus the entire cast and the best crew that the film industry has to offer. From top to bottom, gonna crawl into a cave now, the edit room, and put it all together, end quote. In the photo, Gaga has short blonde hair with makeup running down her face, and Phoenix has his Joker makeup on, looking at something in the distance. The movie is set to premiere in theaters at the beginning of October in 2024. Make sure to stay on the lookout for more behind-the-scenes pictures and trailers. Now back to Miss Alexis at the desk.
Thanks, Nat. Next up, we have our reporter, Kalyan Winder, here to tell us about the Country Music Television Awards. Kalyan?
Thanks, Miss Alexis. The 2023 Music Television Awards had its ceremony this Sunday in Austin, Texas, with fan-voted hosts Kelsea Ballerini and Kade Brown. With some award winners including Kane and Caitlin Brown for Video of the Year, Lainey Wilson for Female Video of the Year, Hardy and Lainey Wilson for Collaborative Video of the Year, Cody Johnson for CMT Performance of the Year, and Jelly Roll, who took home 3 CMT awards. The event also held noteworthy performances from Gwen Stefani and Keith Urban and Carrie Underwood, as well as Alanis Morissette, who had a celebratory performance for the 10th anniversary of the CMT Next Women of Country. But by far the most prominent and controversial performance this day was Kelsea Ballerini's brightly colored recital of her song, If You Go Down, I'm Going Down Too, alongside famous drag queens Manila Luzon, Olivia Lux, Jan Sport, and Kennedy Davenport. This being seen as a powerful message about allyship in a time where laws banning drag and threatening LGBTQ+ healthcare. Ballerini was not shy to use her voice that night to promote change, as in the beginning of the show, the host addressed the Nashville mass shooting and said, quote, I pray deeply that the closeness and the community that we feel through the next few hours of music can soon turn into action, like real action that moves us forward together to create change for the safety of our kids and our loved ones. Many have criticized Ballerini for her actions, but also many have praised her specifically on social media on how brave she was using her voice to raise awareness, especially on the stage of a country music award show in the South. And in the words of Manila Luzon, we deserve a space to be ourselves, express ourselves, and create something wonderful for everyone to enjoy. Now back to Hannah at the desk.
Thanks, Kalian. Don't go anywhere, because after the break, Miss Alexis will be playing a fun game full of movie trivia with our EOP cast. You won't want to miss this.
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back
to
Daybreak.
Chicken Guy opened in PPG Place on Monday.
The bridge would open before the 1 year marks to check out the 20th annual gingerbread display.
Share with you this week's Ray of Sunshine.
We are still somehow hanging around in the playoffs.
It gives Georgia Democrats some hold onto the governing body.
200,000 people still in harm's way.
This weather is perfect for those cozy nights indoors.
Hey!
I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
Welcome back to Entertainment on Point. I'm your host, Miss Alexis, and today I am joined with my lovely EOP cast. For tonight's free segment, we'll be playing a trivia game on childhood movies. The cast will have to raise their hand the fastest to answer the question. Now, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so the first question, now make sure you raise your hand the fastest. What movie has a character named Grumpy in it? Hannah.
The Snow White and Seven Dwarfs?
Yes, good job. Okay, Hannah has 1 point. Second question. What popular kid movie is the song Kiss the Girl from? Cade.
The Little Mermaid.
Yes, good job. Okay. What movie ends with two dogs eating spaghetti? Natalia.
Wait. Give me 1 second.
3,
Wait.
2, 1. Okay. Hannah?
The Lady and the Tramp?
Yes, good job.
what I meant.
Good job. Okay, Hannah has 2. Okay. How many Toy Story movies are there? Cade?
4.
Okay, perfect. Ooh, good job. Oh, you guys are tied. Okay, good. The bonus question. Now this is the bonus. It's
no.
one or all.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
We won't answer.
I know.
Yeah, this is for Hannah and
And
Kate.
right before this, we were saying we weren't going to know the answers to these.
So, from Lion King, who was Simba's childhood friend who then became his significant other? What's the name? Hannah?
Nala?
Yeah! Good job,
Hannah.
Thank you.
Did you guess or like?
I've actually, don't hate me, I've actually never seen The Lion King in its entirety. So it was mostly a guess, but when you said married her, that's what tipped me off. If you would have just said childhood best friend, I wouldn't have known.
Okay, perfect. Well, good job. Congratulations. And that's a wrap on this week's episode. Thank you for watching. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Entertainment on Point, and we'll see you next week.